Alright, Ormondfard just got sieged. We didn't even make it all the way to Verixen, so we're gonna have to go back. It looks like it's a smaller party than what attacked us last time, so we should be able to take this out pretty easily. We are getting dangerously low now, so... Well, no, actually, I think part of that's because we spent money on that workshop. Yeah, never mind. We are definitely losing money, though. We're losing about 3 to 4 grand a day, and we're not really taking enough fights to make up for that, so... Oh, here we go. We got some defense. We got some help from these guys. Help out as well. Alright, so I'm skipping most of this. It's pretty much the same story here. We're getting them off their wall, off their little hill, whatever you want to call it, and we do that with overwhelming firepower. They have to charge in, they lose everything, and then we clean up the rest, so... Pretty standard stuff at this point. Alright, easy win. We took 4 losses, but very, very few losses compared to how many we killed. And then we got quite a few kills personally, so we're getting our one-handed almost to 250. It'll be at 275 soon, I think, as well. And then throwing's almost 200. Picking all the prisoners, we got 3. Looks like 3. I'm sure our companions got some as well. They have some pretty good troops to take here, actually. Whereas level 225, we can take another plus 10 hit points for infantry in the party. That is a massive boost. So between that and I believe we have another one... Yeah, under athletics, so plus 5, so we get 15 hit points more, and then that's pretty much everybody in our party has a lot of armor, so every hit point gain from that point is actually much more than 15. Alright, making it all the way down to Verixen. Hopefully we don't have to go back and defend Ormondfard again. I'd rather fight here in their territory. So let's see what they've got. Alright, we got the garrison all sorted out, so I'm just going to chill here for a little bit, see if we can get somebody to attack. Actually, yeah, they're kind of raiding us a little bit. Let's maybe deal with these guys. We have, what, 2 villages here? Verixen and Marin. Verixen is really far. There's no way we can defend that, but we should be able to defend Marin. But we got to keep an eye on this castle. If they send an army over here. Yep, here it comes. Okay, 181 versus 346 and another 181. Yeah, that's a pretty healthy army. I think we can handle it, but let's see what they've got. 165 recruits. They are really struggling. This war's been going on a long time, and they've lost so many armies. They've been stack wiped quite a bit. So I think we're okay here. So let's hop in here and... Oh, they changed their mind. They're going to go for Ormondfard, I think. We need to follow them. Yeah, that sucks. That's going to be... kind of tricky to bounce back and forth. All right, these guys... they're going to finish that, aren't they? No, we just got there in time, so we'll save that party. Let's clean that up, and then we'll go up and defend. We stopped them both, saved the old lady. And now, oh, we care about the enemy morale, whatever. Alright, let's keep following these guys. Hopefully this guy can make it out. He's got a lot of wounded, though. We might need to babysit him until he gets enough troops. He's gonna get caught. Yeah, this thing's gonna go after him. Okay, go be free, please. Go save your army. There we go. And then hopefully they'll come back and help us out at some point. Here we go, 600. There's 178 inside. I think we can just wait for them to assault, and then we'll fight them. They took Pendrake. We're on the list, but there's no way we get it, so we'll abstain. We are so close to hitting Clan Tier 4, which is going to give us a big increase in party size. So we'll not only get another clan party, but every party that we have gets another plus 25. So we'll go from, what, 350 right now? What are we at? Yeah, just about 350. We'll pick up like another 180. So we'll be pretty close to, or just over 500. So I think 500, especially if they're all elite, we can pretty much take most armies, if not any army on the map at that point. We got to be careful not to get attrition down too badly, though. So we're almost there. But we do have some reinforcements coming. Actually, quite a lot. Wow. Yeah, they're going to get stomped. Right, they're trying... Yeah, they started the assault. That was a very bad time to do it. Probably not a bad idea to fight this too, though. Just so we can make some money. This is a much bigger fight than I thought it was. We were just doing a standard bait them in, but now they're kind of overrunning us a little bit. So they definitely have less troops, but they're not as weak as I thought they were. So let's clean up these cav. Will help relieve some pressure on that front line. Here we go. Yeah, definitely need to take out the cab when they get stuck in the line. I'll smack them on the ground. Alright, they're falling back. Kind of. Tell if that's a retreat. Yeah, it's a retreat. Alright. Alright, everybody attack. Everybody attack. Make sure they don't get out. Yeah, they're trying to retreat. Actually, can we send the cab? Send the cab back there. Oh, no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. They're regrouping. They're regrouping. So let's chill here for a sec. Let's not throw our guys away for no reason. Get the cab back out of here. Get a nice tight shield wall. Plenty of archer cover. And then we should be able to get them off their line. So this is the bench warmers. These guys are much lower level, so I can't imagine our archers struggling with that. They shooting? Let's move up a little bit. And then we'll get these guys even closer, because they seem to be struggling here with hitting them. Actually, let's have these guys just follow me. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll also get our archers even closer. Try and disrupt these archers if we can. Oh, wow, that's a lot of arrows. So no, we probably don't need to. I was hoping they would start shooting at us, but no, I think... Yeah, they're going to start falling back again. So let's get them when they retreat. Alright, just charge. Get these guys in line formation so they can move a little faster. Bust this guy's shield down if we can. I think this is a legit retreat this time, not just regrouping. So we should be good. I'm gonna edit the rest of this out. So they got absolutely stomped. We lost only 17. We got 43 personally because we were able to run down so many of them. Still not quite to level 200 throwing. Yeah, we're getting there, but man, that's taking longer than I thought it was going to. We need to put more points into control. I think that's the problem. More prisoners. And we'll dump them off this time. Last time I forgot. I think we just ran with a bunch and then they escaped. So we'll put them in jail here. Here we go. Let's go dump these guys off. Yep, there's quite a few of them in here now. 8. So that should relieve some pressure, although we are still on a two-front war, so it's going to be kind of rough until we can finish one of these wars off. Did that? No, it still didn't push us over. Wow, we didn't get that much renown from that. All right, we just signed a peace deal with the Northern Empire, so now... I believe that's the last one, right? Yep. So we're just going to focus on Vlandia for a while, hopefully. They started to attack us again. 2 big armies are coming in. So they should be able to clean that up pretty quickly. Let's go defend our village. Alright, that army is wiped out. Let's see if they push through. Actually, what we should do is grab some of these prisoners. Yeah, they have a decent amount. Let's go ahead and grab them, and then we'll go donate them. I'm also taking... the ransoms, just because we're really running low on cash, so we need all the money we can get at this point. It's getting kind of scary, kind of dangerous. So I'm not going to sell these guys, I will donate them, so hopefully we can continue the war for a while, and we got a decent amount of XP for that, and relations. So trade, we're pretty close to trade 125. I don't know if we'll be able to do it without another focus point, but we're pretty close to 24 anyways. Looks like they're attacking Berixen. Let's go defend. Alright, that is a big force. So 725, we have 228 in the garrison. If they assault, we'll be about 500 versus 725. And I see 33 crossbow levy and 38 recruits. Yeah, it looks like it's a decent amount of like low tier, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Alright, they just started their assault. We don't really have a choice here, we gotta go. Yeah, I think it's better to do it now. So we can get as many troops on our side as we can. So it's 560 versus 685, that's not that bad, but a decent chunk of this is militia, so we can kind of discount that. But then if we look at a lot of their armies, like this is 25 recruits, 25 tier 2 archers, decent amount of recruits there, levy crossbowmen, yeah, it's a lot of lower tier. Those levy crossbowmen are going to get chewed up by ours. I mean, if they get to higher tier, there'll be a problem, but right now they're just basically food for the Fians. We got a little bit of time before they get here. We've got a nice shield square, kind of the usual. We might need to move up a little bit though, because it looks like there's a little lip here. I don't know if it's going to block our vision or not, but we'll see. We can adjust it when they get here. All right, here they go. They just popped over the ridge. You can see that is a very sizable army. What are the numbers here? 550 versus 450. So they do have a 100 unit advantage right now, but they'll have reinforcements as well. So it's going to be more than that. Let's go ahead and adjust a little bit more. I feel like we can get these guys a little closer to the ridge, and then we'll still be all right. Might need to adjust this line here to perpendicular. Something like that. Okay, we're getting a pretty good exchange here. Yeah, more than 10 to 1. So they're going to have to come off their line. All those militia, the levy militia, or the levy crossbowmen are just getting chewed up. They can't compete with us. So this is not a winning strategy for them. We'll just stand here and soak up all the kills. Look at that, 100 to 4. Yeah, we lost a few people because I was readjusting the line. I should have just left them. We're in great shape. Yeah, look at that. They are already down to less than 100 on the archer side. They should be getting reinforcements here. All right, cav are coming in. Looks like they went with a single unit of cav. And they're just running them straight across the field. Let's get some javelins in their ranks. Go, we took out four cav. Get a couple more of these guys. There we go, another cav down. Alright, how we doing? They still haven't reached our front line, or if they did, they're all dead. Yeah. Just a couple cav left. They're gonna get picked off by our archers, though. Yeah, so again, not really a winning strategy on their part. I'm not sure what they're planning on doing here. Alright, there we go. Hopefully they don't retreat. I would love to see them come back at us again. We've lost 6 people and killed 437 so far. Alright, looks like they gave up. I was waiting for them to push, but they just ran off. So that's it. We lost 6 people total. Pretty easy fight there. We're going to take a bunch of people prisoner here, or at least our companions. I think they will. And it looks like we did get our level up here. Our party size shot up to 175. So let's go take a few more people. Perfect. That puts us up to 175 exactly with some high tier, tier 4, tier 5 only. We should be good there. And let's drop these guys off so they don't get out too easily. How many did we get? We got 5. That's not bad. We could go donate them, or we could sell them off. We are really low. Dude, how did we get below 100k? We were just at 112. Man, this thing is, we're burning through cash real fast, so we're going to have to do something. Let's go turn these people in or sell them or something. We got to do something. Now, anytime we get an offer, we're just going to take it. I don't know which one's worth more, actually, if you sell it in person or if you take the offer that they send. We can check it right now. So this is for Therard. Let's see. So Therard is worth 25.32, and if we take this one, 25.05. So it's worth a little bit less, actually. The idea would be to turn it down a couple times because the offer goes higher every time you wait. But we don't want these people to escape. Let's just take our 13, almost 14k. Puts us back above 100, and we still need to sell some loot. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of money for that. Not very much, just over 2k. All right, I was chasing this guy around, so it looks like Druthert's going to head north. Might be going for Ormondfard. It may not make a difference. We're getting a peace offer from Vlandians. They will pay us. It's probably going to pass, if I had to guess. Let's double check. Is there anything else that we can snag before this vote goes? And it doesn't look like it. Yep. Okay, well, there you go. We're at peace. We got to figure out something to do. So one thing I would like to do is drain these garrisons completely, so we're not paying for them. So we'll go around, take all the troops that we can. Anybody that's over our party limit, we'll just dump. And then we probably need to swap out what we're doing. Right now we're boosting militia, but that's not going to be the most important one, I don't think. Anyways, let me reorganize these. I'm going to go ahead and leave this on irrigation. We've got no garrison there, so they won't be eating food and they won't be costing us any money. So these should just be free, basically free money. Let's go do the same thing up to Ormondfard, and hopefully that will stop our bleeding, at least during the peacetime. Yeah, look at that, minus 2 grand. That's a lot. And same thing up here, no garrison. We'll just put it on irrigation. That'll give us some hearths. get that village back online, hopefully. So I think I'll spend some time trying to do some of these smithing orders. There's some decent ones. And then pretty sure somebody will declare war on us fairly soon, and then we'll get back to work. But I'm going to grind out some smithing levels and maybe some new items. Even like tier 1 parts. Looks like we just squeaked by, and then we get it. So if we can find a couple smithing orders like this each day, this will be more than enough to sustain. Alright, I'm getting a little bored doing farming. We've got our smithing up to almost 100. It's pretty slow though. We need to get a really good item to unlock to be able to spam it out there though. But thinking maybe we can declare war on somebody. There is support to declare war on the Northern Empire, and it would be off the front line from our fiefs. So we wouldn't have to worry about it. We can just go ravage the countryside and do whatever we gotta do. 200 influence. We got 14, almost 1500 in the bank. So let's do it. We don't need to support it because everybody's on board anyways. These guys are at war with Landia already as well. So that should hopefully distract them a bit. So let's go. I would imagine they're going to want to take Uthalim back. And probably over here, Lanaken. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, they took some stuff here from Vlandia as well. Varen Castle, yeah, Lanaken. So Uthalim and Lanaken should be pretty good targets. Not so much for us, although I guess we could. Now that we're at war, we saved up a little bit of money. What we should probably do is go hire another party as well. Actually, why don't we do that? Let's go pick up some archers. We'll start a third party, a third companion party, our 4th total party. And then that will give us, like I said, another maybe 100 troops or so. We'll be just over 500, and that should be enough to cause some damage. They're raiding all the good ones. Let's head up here. Yeah, let me spend a little bit of time getting some people recruited here. There we go. We started another party, Ragnar the Fish. I basically just borrowed some archers from Holugin. So let's try to go get some more, maybe a couple more archers here to fill this out, and then we'll start replacing our main party. We need to get regular troops for that. So we'll control our front line. These guys don't want to recruit, do they? We'll do it for them, and we'll give it back to them. All right, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this till we get a full party, and then we'll go on the rampage. Nice. One of our allies is taking Uthalim. That one's gonna fall any second now, and they still have over 1100 troops there. So why don't we head down here? Oh boy, these are all raided, aren't they? No, this one's not. Let's go recruit. See where these guys are gonna head out. There's another army coming, 800. We might actually get back and try to help defend, because I'm pretty sure these guys are just going to run off and not try to help defend. So maybe they'll run off and siege something else, but we definitely don't want to lose ground. So we'll make sure we keep this one. Get Uthalim before this guy gets here. So you're gonna, yeah, see, look, is he gonna chase? Oh, he's actually chasing. Kind of surprised there. All right, who is Uthalim going to go to? They're giving it to us. Interesting. We'll take it for now. And then what we'll end up doing most likely is giving it away at some point, but that's fine. We got castles on both sides, so we can defend pretty easily. We'll also get in here and help. I don't want these guys to take a ton of losses, so if we interject, we might be able to get them to do it for cheaper, and that means we can keep fighting. So let's get in there. This is kind of dumb. They're so far ahead, our troops can't even get to the front line before this is over. Look at that. They're already crumbling, so... yeah, it was kind of a waste of time. I feel like they'll do better they'll do better in person than auto-resolve anyway, so at the very least we'll help them save some troops, but I was really hoping to get some kills here too. Get a little bit of loot and money, but that's alright. So I'm going to clean this up. There we go, we took no losses personally. We'll keep moving on. Yeah, so you can see here they only lost about 100 troops. And they preserved most of their army, so that should be good. Let's go back to Uthalim and see what kind of garrison they gave us. There's quite a few troops in there. And then we need to probably fix up a few things. So let's turn this off, and we'll get our militia bolstered up a bit. In terms of garrison troops, there's a couple fee in line. A lot of horses, though. Yeah, we don't really want most of this stuff, so we'll probably just dump it. Here we go. We left a handful of people in the garrison. Not very much. But that'll reduce our wages at least, and hopefully we'll make a little bit of cash from this thing. So let's see where these guys are going next. We still have room for more. We just can only take archers in these. So let's see what they're going to do. Mechalevea. I mean, ideally they would take Lanaken and maybe even Veron. Just secure this area. But yeah, this is the closest one, so I kind of get it. We're going to play a bit more defensive though. So let's keep an eye and see if they're Yep, there's an army. I'm assuming they're going to try to siege down, or they're going up for a meetup maybe over here. Where are they headed? Yeah, they're going to rendezvous right here. Let's see if we can ambush. Yeah, they're starting to group up. They're going to be able to team up. I can't catch them. We're too slow. So 500. They're probably going to have more, and then we'll have to start worrying about defense. They might try to defend this, but my guess is they probably won't. They'll probably just go for ours. So we'll stick around and defend. All right, here they go. They're moving. They are going for one of our allies. Nope, they're backing up. They have a lot of troops, actually. 900. They're going to have 1,000 now. Looks like they are heading down this way. So let's keep a close eye. Yeah, Mekhalevea hasn't fallen yet. Nope, they did. They took Mekhalevea. Do not give it to us. God, why are we getting all these dumpy castles, man? We need to get a town. All right, let's get down there and see if we could defend it at least. So we have about 600 if we include the militia versus this 1100. I think it's probably good. Oh boy, where are they even going? They might be at war with somebody else. Let me take a look, because that's not making a whole lot of sense. They're at war with 3 people, actually. Western Empire, Vlandia, and Britannia. So that kind of makes sense now. They're probably going to go after Rasos then. So hopefully we can just go back and consolidate, and then we'll worry about these guys. So what do we have here? Got 3 good prisoners. For the garrison, they put another 86 troops. We'll take the archers for now. We can shove those in our other party, and then we'll head out. There we go. Looking at our parties, we are short, what, 7 people here, 1 person there, so we're pretty much maxed out. We are over 500. That's actually quite good. But it also means we're draining our money even faster, so we got to be careful about that. And yeah, sure enough, he came down here and he's attacking Rasos. Where's our other army going? Veron is probably being sieged by Vlandia, so that's not us. I don't actually see the army. Maybe it disbanded then. And it looks like they're about to lose this army here. There's another one showing up over here. Let's keep an eye on him, see what he does. I have a feeling he's going to try and take something back. Mekhalevea is a pretty easy target here if we don't help. So hopefully that causes them to want to come in. Will they come back? We'll just have to shadow them for a little bit, see where they're going to go. Yep, they're going for Mekhalevea. That's perfect. They'll stop moving, and then we can just pounce on them. So 506 versus 491, but it looks like we have a pretty big quality advantage as well. Imperial Archers, those are tier 2, so yeah, they have a lot of units that are going to get smashed right now. Oh, this is going to be nasty. If they don't spawn on this part and they have to cross the bridge to get to us, it's going to be a real problem for them. Let's see, yep, they did not. All right, let's go, dudes. Need to try and plug that bridge. We'll get our archer. Oh, they're going to actually retreat. Never mind. So we have to fight. We have to go after them, it looks like. Well, they're sending their cav at least, so they're about to get stomped. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they're not even trying to attack. They're trying to squeeze by, but then we have, you know, massive amount of archers right back there, so... Not really... Yeah, they didn't really do anything there. They just threw their lives away. Right, what about these guys? We'll probably have to pull them off the hill, so let's go get them. Alright, they are really, really high up. I feel like that would probably not be scalable on foot. At least not in that format. But either way, they're going to come down. Let's get our archer or our foot troops up here on the flank. Try and entice them to come over to this side. And then look at this archer line. It goes almost the full length of the map. It's pretty wild. They're not going after these guys, so let's just have them... We'll have our foot troops come in from the flank. Pull the archers back. Wait for foot troops to get caught up here. Are they catching up? Kind of. Fall back again a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if that's what they want to do... Actually, go after the... Just go after the archers. Getting hit a little bit. Let's back up. And I think we'll just let our archers do their thing now. Yeah, they're all dead. Alright, what about these guys? Their archers just got stomped. They got nothing left. Alright, let me just clean this up. So we took 8 losses. And looks like non-archers, except for one. We lost a single archer there, so no big deal. We're also going to pick up Veterans Respect so we can convert bandit troops into regular troops. That's actually really good. There's a couple bandit troops that convert into really, really good units. The looters will go into one of the best naval units in the game, or mariner units in the game, so that'll be helpful. Alright, Caladog started an army, but he's too late. Looks like Lanaken's going to get taken by the Vlandians. We'll have to help take that back. But we might have to siege something down by ourselves if we want to take a town and start making some actual money here, because this is not working out too well. We're making a little bit right now, but that's once the loot from our companion parties wear off after a day or so, we're going to be losing another 4 or 5 grand, so not ideal. Right, they got another army forming right here. It's bigger than ours now. Oh boy. They're probably going to Mekhleve, aren't they? Yep. We're just gonna have to shadow this guy. Ooh, somebody just took Lanaken. Looks like we did. So whoever was sieging it down, they must have failed. So let's see who that goes to. And then we'll have to defend this as soon as they assault. Well, we could probably do it before then even, but not a big deal. Let's see who they give Lanaken to. Oh boy. Durthert declared war. That's not good. And Lanaken does not go to us. That's fine. Probably whoever originally owned it. So let's go ahead and start this fight then, I think. So, yeah, we have less troops, but we do have higher balance power. And the fact that half of these guys don't even have shields. There's a bunch of looters, a few peasants. Yeah, we should be able to get this. Alright, they are actually trying to cross the bridge. So if we can get there, we may not get there in time, but if we can get there in time, this can be pretty big. So let's start tossing some javelins at these horses. I can't hit anything. Let's get this cav out. We'll try to jam up the front at least, and then archers can show back here a little bit. Wow, that's a lot, actually. Alright, here we go. Shield wall. Let's back these guys out. Actually, no, I think they're fine where they are. We'll just hold right here. Yeah, they did get across the bridge, but they're not really in a good spot. Kind of have to spread out before they can attack, and even then, they're not really doing a good job with it. So, let me take out some shields here. Okay, here we go. Alright, they have a lot of people that they're getting flanked right now. They're actually, I'm kind of surprised half of them are fighting and the other half are turning their shields, so they're not completely flanked. I don't think they did that before. They're at least being smart about it, so they're not getting completely wasted on this flank here. How are we doing on that side? Looks like this side's the one that needs the most help, so it's perfect that we were already here. Just gonna keep chewing through these guys. Let's not get one tap. There we go. And when did the Skolder Brother get a two-handed axe? I don't remember them having that. That's interesting. Okay, here we go. We gotta get rid of these guys. How are we doing otherwise? Archers are unfazed. They have... Yeah, all their archers are stuck on that bridge. They're going to be a very tightly packed target for us. So we just need to clear this out. This two-handed axe out of here. There we go. They don't seem to be shooting at us either. I'm not sure what they're shooting at. Right, they're fleeing. I'm trying to. We should be getting some pretty good one-handed XP from this. Man, they are just sticking around. Like we've been fighting these guys for several minutes on this exact front line. Did we take out? Yeah, we dealt with most of the archers now. That's good. Still got a handful of troops up here. Let's clean this out, and then we'll send the archers to go after their archers, and then we should be good. Perfect. Alright, go get them, boys. Wow. Yeah, look at all these bodies. They had a rough time, that's for sure. Here we go. That's it. We lost 9 people. Killed 536 for 9. And most of them were in our front line in our personal party. And we lost a single seafarer, that's fine. No fiends down. Right, that was a pretty big hit for them. Let's go ahead and deposit these guys. Yeah, they got 5 in here. I don't think we didn't... Yeah, we didn't grab any. 5's pretty good.